Match found.
All right, welcome back to another YouTube video. Lots of stuff happening, as always, because the internet never fails to have something going on. Who would have thought? So today, well, we're gonna dip right back into the lawsuit crypto bag real quick, because apparently, well, actually not apparently, I've seen the court documents. I'm debating on doing a video reviewing the court documents. I'm not too sure if that's something I want to do. I did it one time with the trailer lawsuit versus the people who were watching it illegally and streaming it illegally, which was a massive fail. Just in case anybody wanted an update on that. It's been years now, but if you wanted an update on it, it failed. Miserably failed. But let's go. Let's talk about this Logan Paul versus CoffeeZilla lawsuit real quick. Look, I'll make it very clear right here. I have consumed a fair amount of Logan Paul content. It's not beyond me to have watched a few pieces here and there. I mean, he's kind of where I found Mike Malek, and I've read his book. Great book about addiction and, you know, all this other stuff. And I've watched a good amount of CoffeeZilla, right? So I'm going to try to stay as neutral as I can here, but realistically, here's the deal. When we have a lawsuit like this, it's going to gain attention. Logan Paul, big name. CoffeeZilla, I would say he's a big name, maybe not as big as Logan, but I don't think he cares, right? He just does investigations, and it's what he loves, and I respect it as long as he keeps it integral and he doesn't, you know, skew some facts to fit his narrative. The only narrative here is the truth. CoffeeZilla. We have this lawsuit for defamation, and you know, it's really interesting that out of all the things that he has chosen to try to sue CoffeeZilla over, it's defamation. And I think people maybe don't understand how hard defamation lawsuits are to win. I mean, lawsuits are hard to win in general, especially if you don't have the money, right? A lot of these things are money dumps and a half. A lot of these things are money dumps and a half. If you got more money, then you're probably gonna win. That's just kind of how it goes. Is it broken? Absolutely. Is it fair? Probably not. Absolutely not. Depends on what your stance is. That's just how it goes. Now, I'm assuming Logan is kind of going that route of, I'm just going to bury him in legal fees, and he won't be able to keep up with the amount of money I'm going to throw at the lawsuit. And, you know, whether that's true or not, we'll have to see as things go on, if it even goes to trial to begin with.
One enemy remaining.
But
Spike down A.
so, defamation lawsuit, it's very hard to win to begin with. It's even harder to win when you're a celebrity or someone of a high profile nature. Logan Paul, as much as some people may hate to admit it, he's a high profile figure. By no means is he a small fish in the pond. He's high profile. He has some influence. He's a public figure in one way or another. So for him, it's harder. The criteria is different than it would be for somebody like a regular civilian who sit here and say, you know, this person defamed me, because it's not that easy. So one thing that Logan is gonna have to kind of go against, and that's going to very much hurt him, is that his reputation itself is not that great. A lot of people don't like Logan Paul already. You have a lot of weird random little incidents that have made Logan Paul that one guy on the internet that everyone thinks is a scumbag, right? So that's your first problem.
Enemy remaining.
The internet already doesn't like you.
Attacker spawn.
You've already had moments in your history where you have committed actions that have made people dislike you and have caused harm to your reputation. Now, whether it's fair for people to, you know, kind of tack that kind of permanent harm onto his reputation or not is a whole different
Last player standing.
conversation.
30 seconds left.
But realistically, there are some people out there who don't believe that there's any redemption point for him, and they believe that any good doing by him is just an attempt to fix his outer image, and it's not a reflection of his true person.
Spend it all before it's gone.
So, you know, you kind of have to get past that. With that said, is he gonna really, do I think he's gonna win? I don't think he's gonna win. I think this is a mistake. I don't know who talked him into suing CoffeeZilla over this crypto zoo thing, but whoever did it, they did him wrong. They did him dirty, because absolutely not. That should have never happened. And besides the fact that as a public figure he's not the most liked, he also kind of has to face the fact that he made a video thanking CoffeeZilla for calling him out for CryptoZoo and all of the crypto stuff, right? He made a whole video saying, you know what, CoffeeZilla, my bad.
Spike down.
You're
Attacker
right.
spawn.
I shouldn't have done any of that. And, you know, I regret kind of fighting fire with fire.
One enemy remaining.
And he essentially took everything he said back. All of the, oh, you're just in this because attacking me will get you internet clout and money. I'm sorry for saying that. He walked it back. So that's going to be another big thing. Yes, okay. Because
Switching sides.
you don't sit there and say, you know what,
We move in. Got it?
my bad, bro. I didn't mean that for real. I'm gonna back off and focus on what I need to focus on, and then turn around and sue the guy, because that's not gonna go well at all. And he's gonna find that out really quickly if this goes to trial, which he better hope it doesn't, because if it goes to trial, it's gonna be very bad. So, you have those two things already. I don't think he has any real basis for his lawsuit. You know, if anything, people are probably going to be really interested in it just because of what's going to come up in Discovery. And I've already seen people online talking about that. You know, we're ready to see what comes up in Discovery. What messages, emails, conversations are going to come up if this goes to trial, because if this goes to trial, you have to hand all of that over. You have to allow access to that stuff. And I'm not sure Logan should be doing that, because there was a lot of moving components to that whole scandal, right? And, you know, I just can't fathom why his legal team would allow him to sit around and sue CoffeeZilla. Out of all people, I mean, I remember when he came out on the offensive and basically told CoffeeZilla, like, you're doing this for clout. You don't actually care. You don't know anything. And you know, everybody was like, hey, watch out, Logan, because
30 seconds left.
CoffeeZilla is very renowned as a good internet investigator. I mean, he's very well respected, and he's well respected for a reason.
That's yourself?
But
Reloading.
you know, it's definitely just weird to me that he would sit here and decide to sue him after saying, you know, thank you, CoffeeZilla, for calling me out and holding me accountable. I should have done this myself.
Thank you.
Very weird. After he made that video, did he ever do anything? It took him quite a while to, and CoffeeZilla was still, you know, putting that pressure on, which I have a lot of respect for, because I do feel like some people online kind of let it go or forgot, which is, you know, and somewhat understandable, because if you weren't directly impacted, I don't know that you would really, I don't know that you would really remember. But it's definitely
Reloading.
just some moments where it definitely could have been swept under the rug more. I mean, past all of his WWE matches and prime accomplishments, all of this other stuff, you know, it's not the hardest to forget that, you know, he had a whole scam going. It's really not that hard when you're seeing headlines of all these other things
Spike down.
just
B.
kind of going.
One enemy remaining.
But you know, respect to CoffeeZilla for keeping that pressure on, because these people need their money back. I mean, I would be upset myself if I
30 seconds left.
invested in something and then it just turned out to be a scam. I'm sure everybody would be. I don't think anybody's gonna sit there and just think that okay that the thing they invested in just randomly fell off, right? Nobody's gonna be okay with it.
10 seconds
So,
left.
you know,
Be grateful I killed your
respect to CoffeeZilla for doing that. I believe I heard that Logan previously sued somebody. I can't quite remember what it was for at the moment, but I believe he had a lawsuit recently against somebody else that I'm pretty sure he won. So I'm kind of wondering if that kind of gave him confidence to just go after CoffeeZilla and take that swing. Seems like one of those things where it's like, you know, take your win and go home while you're ahead, because just doing CoffeeZilla it just wasn't the right move, and I think he's gonna have to find that out the hard way, honestly, because obviously nobody on his legal team is telling him that it's a bad idea. But if anybody wants me to go over that court document, maybe I'll go over it. I remember going over the Triller one. It was pretty interesting. That Triller lawsuit video, I want to say, is the most viewed video on my channel, which is not what I expected at all. I think all 2 or 3 videos that I did on it kind of did pretty well. I know one of them for sure was like the best, but not sure why. I guess people are a lot more interested in that stuff than I thought they were.
Down B.
The more you know, I guess.
30 seconds left.
I have an interesting audience, to say the least. So maybe I'd be open to attempting another lawsuit coverage video. I have the document bookmarked. It's not hard to find. Somebody thankfully in another video that I had
One
seen
enemy remaining.
linked it. So, you know, shout out to them. I wish I could remember the channel, but I can't. And I'm also a couple days late on this, so it's probably going to be extremely hard to find that channel. But Logan Paul is doing CoffeeZilla over the Crypto Zoo. If you're interested, go watch CoffeeZilla's videos. he has everything. I can't explain anything nearly as well as he can with any of this stuff. So, with that said, I am out. Thanks for watching.